Go.
Welcome back to Maintenance Monday. Dr. T here with Scott Panchik. Hey, we're talking about a hot topic today on how to sleep.
Recovery.
Exactly. All right, so first off, we're going to start with Keela catching a Frisbee. All right, so I've had a lot of questions lately on how you should sleep, what positions, what type of bed, and it's a very common problem that people have. So first off, I'm going to have Scott lay down on his back.
It's a small twin. I usually sleep in a king, I swear.
Alright, so typically with athletes, regardless of what sport they're in, they're going to do a lot of extension in the movements throughout the day. So we want to keep them in flexion. If they have a very firm bed, it's going to cause them, so when he goes to lay down, his legs go flat, causes him to go into hyperextension. You see his rib cage flaring here, really loading those facets in the back. When that occurs, he's not going to be able to get comfortable. He'll find different ways to try to unload that back, and
I like to bring my leg up sometimes. That's when I know I'm overextended.
And that's a fault position because then he's loading his hip in a non-functional way and shortening a lot of the muscles that shouldn't be throughout the sleep. Again, when he's trying to get comfortable throughout the middle of the night, it will mess with his REM sleep. He's not going to get a full recovery, and that's really crucial to someone like him or any other athletes or anyone that has any profession that is doing any extension, any movements. But
so for me, I actually just switched over to a new bed through Performa Sleep, which is it's a bed made for athletes. It's got a coil system that they use for cooling, keeps your temperature at a reasonable level where you're not sweating as much. But the biggest thing I've noticed is it's allowed me to stay out of that extension where I sink down, it's softer, and I feel like I'm getting a better night's sleep. And for me, that could be the difference between having a great training day and just a subpar day.
if he's not getting that restful sleep, his hormones aren't going to be firing correctly, which is really, if his hormones aren't regulated, then that's what's going to cause a lot of his issues to stem up. Another faulty pattern, a very common one, like someone behind the camera, Mr. Saxon Panchik, has a stress fracture in his back from years ago, and he loves to sleep on his stomach. When sleeping on your stomach, it really causes that hyperextension of the back and really flares up the back.
Especially on a softer bed, because a softer bed is going to sink them in.
Really cause you to load your facets all night.
Here.
And that makes my job more difficult when I'm trying to work on him. And then again, you're going to get into a position that's not optimal. You can then come up and kink your neck because when he has a pillow under his head and he's turning his head sideways, he's going to load his facets in his neck in a bad way. So really, at all costs, if you can take one thing away from this video, do not sleep on your stomach. So
if I am gonna sleep, how do I want to sleep? I sleep on my back, which is helpful for me because I have a soft bed. But if, let's say I'm traveling and I'm on a rough bed, one thing that I like to do is I'll sleep on my side. I'll take a pillow, put it between my legs, and then I'll take another pillow. I'll take another pillow and actually hug it and kind of sleep here.
With the pillow under his head.
With another pillow under my head.
So right there, he's getting his spine, his neck in a nice neutral position. He's loading his shoulders better because he's not jamming them into the anterior part of his shoulder by going straight onto them. And he's also putting his hips in a neutral position by putting a pillow in there, because if he took it out, then his leg's going to collapse in and he's going to put torsion or torque onto that low back, causing more problems again. So especially when he's out of the games, he has a lot of...
I got my sleeping rituals. And then another one I do, if I can't fall asleep on my side, I'll actually take my feet with a couple pillows, elevate them, so that now I'm taking that tension on my back. So like, it would be more right under the knees. Those are a little bulkier, but I get them under the knees. Now my back's down. If you can see, my back's actually on the ground, or on the bed.
It's flatter. Because if you were to take this out, again,
I'm gonna be
And
extended.
then it causes them to get in the hyperextension, again, causing the facets to be jammed up for the night.
So if you can sleep on your back, do it. If not, get on your side, hug a pillow, or something else.
If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below.
See you next week.